recorded. All right, so we are being recorded. This is our 90-day challenge Zoom. We do these once a week just to remind ourselves while we're staying in the trenches, why are we doing this 90-day challenge? Guys, there is so much power behind a 90-day challenge, and I get that we're over halfway through now, but the thing is, if you're like, Kayla, the first part of the 90-day challenge, I just was not leaned in like how I should be. I just was not showing up like how I know that I can. You can start at any point and do a 90-day challenge, but I guarantee, here's another guarantee. We talked about this morning on the live, but it's a guarantee your business will change if you do a true 90-day push. And I mean, I seriously, it seems like the times that I did the most 90-day pushes is whenever I had hit a funk, whenever I was exhausted and tired and I just was mad because my entire team had quit, or I was mad because my checks were falling, or I was mad, like whatever. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to give it 90 days of everything I have. And if it doesn't work out, I'm going to renew my teacher's license and go back to teaching. Like, I'm a little dramatic. And that's where I went. I was like, if it doesn't work out, I'm going back to teaching. And every time during that 90-day push, at the end of it, magic would happen. I mean, you would like, checks would, oh man, times 6 sometimes. And it was crazy. A whole new team would come in and business would change. It's just completely different. And so if you are happy with how you've been doing during the 90-day challenge, cool. If you're already seeing it start to pay off, awesome. I know some people, they were not posting about the opportunity at all. And they finally started posting about the opportunity about 60 days ago. These are people that's been working with me for a while, about 60 days ago. And now we use statuses to do opportunity. We use stories to do products, and people come to them and say, hey, I want to do what you're doing. I want to join your team. I want to make money with you. And I mean, it's insane what is happening, but it's because they have started using their statuses for the opportunity and using their stories for the product. And it truly changes things. So anyways, I know I said this before I started recording, but just a recap. I did a poll in Masters a few days ago, or a couple days ago, and it had me asking you guys, what did y'all want to see more of? And by far, strategies and techniques led that. Now, if you want to use chat and tell me specifically what you want strategies and techniques in, go for it. But what I'm looking at is Instagram and Reels. That is what I have been working on this afternoon. This afternoon, talking to different coaches. I'm going to be bringing different coaches into Masters so you can hear straight from them on tips for Reels, on tips for Instagram, really driving that home, because that's just where traffic is going. We've talked about this so many times. People are not watching lives anymore, or not near the amount of people that used to. Still do them, but they're just, used to, it was like, do a live every day. Like, lives would just boost your algorithm, and lives would get new people seeing your personality. And it's just shifting, just like 2 years ago, statuses is where it was at. It was like, put 3 statuses up a day. It's not that way anymore. It's a shift, and we've got to follow the shift. We've got to follow the trend. We've got to follow where the traffic is going, and I want to make sure you guys stay ahead of that. Okay, Summer also said more organization with Reels. Man, I need to talk to one of the girls that has like 242 in draft of Reels. She does 3 Reels a day, and she just saves them. So on the days where obviously she can't do 3 Reels because they happen, she has them ready to go. But I love that idea. Batch work with Reels, same thing. Yeah, for sure. Okay, and then one of the technique strategies that we were talking about before I started recording was the story fast. If you are not doing that, do it. And I know one of the questions is, well, when should I do it? Well, whenever I first initially talked about this, one of Jordan's leaders shared this with Jordan. Jordan shared it with me. When we first initially started talking about it, it was Saturday at noon to Sunday at noon. And then, so we tried that, and everybody was like, yes, my views went up. This is awesome. And we were like, cool, let's keep going. Well, then Ray accidentally did one in the middle of the week, and she's like, Kayla, I did it in the middle of the week, and my views tripled. And I was like, oh, so we can do them multiple times, and we can even do them in the middle of the week. So now we know there's not a specific time besides a 24-hour stretch that just completely clears your stories off before you start again. Okay. And then somebody in Masters, I'm so sorry, I need to go and look. Actually, I'm going to, because I hate not giving credit. 2 seconds so I can pull this up. It was Cindy Dodson. Cindy Dodson actually put in Masters what you do after a story fast to get the most views. And it talks about like having a really catchy graphic and, you know, what you want to show after a fast to get the most reaction. Okay. So we've got more strategies and techniques coming, but if you have not done the story fast, start. If you have not done reels, why? Like, people are enrolling straight off of reels. The day that I did the training on making sure you have a call to action on your reels, Ray went in and edited one of hers in drafts to include DM me join for more information, and somebody messaged her join like that same day. Like, if you're not doing reels, we have people that enrolled 19 people off of one reel with a call to action. Make sure you are doing reels. I know that I am just like saying it over and over and over again, but some people have to hear it. That would be me, have to hear things over and over and over again before we finally give it a try. They're going to stink. They're going to stink. Like, they're not going to be good. Some of you, whenever I was watching the reels playback, I understand like some of you are doing stories in reels, and those are two different things. Like, you may show you drinking your shake on a story, where in a reel, it needs to be a little bit different. So we're going to unpack this. Yes, Summer wants to see some successful reels. Love that idea. Yes, Jordan, I did. And how many times a week should you do a story fast? I'm going to say 2, because that's all we have tried and we have seen success with that. So until I see success with something else, I'm going to stick with 2. If somebody tries 3 and they want to let me know how that goes, let me know. This is a really, really new strategy for us. So let me know how that goes. All right. Without further ado, let's talk about the challenge from last week. It was to send me 2 reels. One showing your personality, one showing product or business, right? Oh my gosh, Lisa Schmidt said, I didn't submit the reels because I thought they were horrible. They're going to be horrible. Y'all, if you could go back and see my first post, like, have you ever seen my first? Oh man, one day I'm going to bring up my first post ever. Have you ever gone back and looked at your first post? My first post ever on Facebook was so bad. My first messages ever were, who wrote a book? Who, whenever they first started messaging and somebody was like, hey, yeah, what's your product about? And you like wrote a book on your product, and then you're like, I don't understand why nobody's messaging me back. That was me. Like, my messaging was horrible. My statuses were horrible. When stories first came out, I didn't understand those. I waited way too long to start doing stories. They were horrible. These are going to be horrible, but still send them in. You got to be proud of yourself. You got to celebrate yourself for just doing them, because doing them is better than not doing them. Everybody's are going to be horrible first. I promise you, but we're going to be bringing in more training for you guys. I want you to have the best tips. I want you to have the armor to be the best at this, because reels are just where it's at. Whenever I speak with others in another company that has been driving reels home for 6 months, reels and TikTok, they're enrolling a lot of people, a lot of people every single month. And it is from these super simple reels. And so I know somebody said, I want to see other successful reels. Summer did. You can actually, when you go to Instagram and you go to search, you can search hashtags. You can even search hashtags of other network marketing companies. If you feel like nobody in your network marketing company is really doing reels the way you want to, you can search another network marketing company, see how they're doing reels, and steal their ideas and use them for yours and just change them to match your company. You can completely do that. There are companies out there that push reels and TikToks hard because they know that's just where the traffic is going. So even if you want to look those up and watch some of those and then remake them to be your own product as well, if you want to go and look at how are they showing their product, and then use those to remake your reel using your product. But copy the right cats, copy the people that have a lot of views, copy the people that are getting interaction, copy the people that have a lot of hearts. Find those people, follow those people, and then change it to you. That's what, like, copy the right cat, 100%. Let me see. She only doing one, but definitely will do two so far. It's not changing too much of mine. Maybe the weekend and one other time will help. I definitely will start working Instagram. Yeah. So we're going to be doing a lot of Instagram and reel training. So for the reels for this past week, first, some honorable mentions as always. Y'all, they were so good. Like, I absolutely loved seeing them. I laughed out loud at a few of these. They are just so good. April Christie, I loved your product reel. Mary Jo Roncone, I loved that I can do both and how you've shown your personality. You know how I said to submit one showing your personality? She did one singing This Little Light of Mine. And it was like, obviously it was a sound over. It was a sound that she brought in, but it was so cute. Jennifer Bell, hubby feeling it kick in. I laughed out loud. I was like, that is so good when her husband felt the product kick in. Kelly Kennedy, the product, the personality, I'm not going to be able to do it right, but it was like, I'm at a point in my life where I'm not going to argue with you. If you think 1 + 1 = 5, enjoy. Like, it was just so good, just showing that personality. Vicky Colback showing fireworks, on one showing the product that you loved, on one Hope Mays showing a Honda, which some of you may not have even thought of this, but whenever I saw her Honda reel, and I thought, there are so many people that love their cars, and there are so many specific people that love Honda, and I'm like, she is going to get like, that is such a niche that is going to find her that also loves Hondas. So anyways, so good. She used the Beach Boys song, something Honda, but it was good. It was good. Ray, she's shown her opportunity. I really want to show that to you guys if I can figure out how in a second. It had a call to action on it. Jessica Chappelle, loved yours. Loved how you shown the product. Michelle Tubiolo Borado, like, why don't I know how to say your last names? Loved the product. And the thing is like, with your product, I don't know if you know this or not, when I checked it, with your product, when you had 865 views already, if it had a call to action on there, girl, like, we may be talking business. That's what is so important, is having a call to action. I want you guys to make such a big note. You've got to have a call to action on your reels. When it has to do with product or business, it's got to have a call to action. Either DM me, join for more information. DM me gummies for the details. DM me skin for the discount. DM, like, whatever it is, but some type of call to action there. It changes the game. So as far as our winners from this week, it is Kelly Kennedy and Ray. Make sure to message me for prizes. And then last week, if you have not, I know I talked to one of you guys, but I'm going to be messaging y'all tonight to figure out, but prizes, we got to get prizes out. And I don't know where my notes are for that. If I don't have it right in front of me. Okay. Michelle, Dawn, and Ray from last week. Yes, those were the winners from last week. This week, Ray and Kelly Kennedy, congratulations. Had that call to action, strong call to action, so good. But everybody, like, they were so good. You should be so proud of yourself. And for some of you, you got your first reel out of the way and you're like, let's go. Can you do a reel every day? Like, can you work yourself up to doing a reel every day? Can you work yourself up to do a reel every couple days? I know that I'm saying it a lot. I know I'm talking about Instagram a lot. And I know a lot of you are like, Kayla, on Facebook. Like, my network is Facebook. Awesome. But I feel like you have a groove and a rhythm on Facebook, and that is wonderful. Do you have a groove and a rhythm on Instagram? Do you have a groove and a rhythm with reels? This is all, like, the 90-day challenge is all about stretching yourself and getting uncomfortable. Growth happens in those areas. They do not grow when we just stay in our comfort zone. And for some of you, your comfort zone has become Facebook, and you're just not growing anywhere else. I'm not saying get off Facebook. I'm saying keep doing what you're doing if what you're doing is working. We got a system for Facebook, a status every day, a story every day, messaging every day. I actually made a task list. I'll put it in the email to share with you guys. And I have other power hours that I want to share with you guys, but this is just a daily checklist. I know it's backwards for y'all. I'll read it all. But it's just a simple daily checklist that I did on PicsArt. It says add 10 plus friends and send connection message. That's Facebook. Plug in on Zoom or listen to self-development. That's an everyday thing. Message new likes, comments, and story viewers. That's Facebook, but it needs to be Instagram too. Quality status and quality story. Facebook, but it needs to be Instagram too. Interact for 15 minutes before you make your post. That's on both platforms. And then I have the last one, follow on Instagram and get a reel up. If you can't get a reel up every day, that's okay. You can work yourself up to that, but it's just a simple checklist. That's what our live was over this morning in Masters. No, you're still going to do lives. But I would suggest probably, Jordan said, are you not wanting us to do lives anymore? No, still do lives, but I would probably say once a week. It's just different. It's changing. I would rather your time, energy, and focus that you normally would put on a live, I'd rather it go on a reel. That's just where the traffic is going. It's different from TikTok. How can I save them? Do you mean how can you save your reels? Jordan said, I'm not a fan of TikTok. You can use reels. You can use reels 100%. Yes, congratulations to everybody. Y'all, they were so good. So good. Okay. So I can't remember if I said it during the recording. I am going to be bringing training on specifically Instagram, more training on Reels. But Reels are one of those things that if you don't get in there and produce some horrible ones, we're not going to be able to get better. It's one of those things, just like with messaging. If we don't get in there and start messaging, we're not going to be able to get better. Stories, statuses, it's, all of it. We've got to allow ourselves to be horrible at first so we can get better. How you save reels, whenever you make one, you should be able to just save it to your phone. But let me know if you're not seeing that option on your end, and we can go from there. I have one person that we can't find reels on our Instagram. We have updated the app. We have deleted it and re-downloaded. Can't figure it out. So we are using TikTok and we are using her husband's account, which both have reels. Her husband's account does, and she has TikTok. Anyways, I know there's going to be some learning curves happening here. So training is coming more on Instagram, more on reels. I want you guys to be able to stretch yourself and learn this other platform. If you've been using Instagram, but you specifically want better strategies and techniques, like a lot of you have been asking me, how do I get my Instagram to all, for the pictures to all go together? And what they mean by that is a color scheme. How do I get the same filters on all of them? How do I get them, to all kind of look the same? Because Instagram is very aesthetic pleasing. Whenever you see a profile that is more pleasing to the eyes, you gravitate towards that. And it is as simple as possibly going to Etsy. Now, yes, you can get, you can make a filter. I can't remember the app right now. You can make a filter and use it on all of them, but you can also go to Etsy and you can purchase a Instagram filter for $2 that you can throw on all your pictures, and then all your pictures look the same. All your pictures have that same filter. Sometimes you see people that do a summer bright one for the summer, and sometimes you see people do a different one for the fall or a different one for the winter. You can do that. They're very cheap on Etsy, and you can throw it on your pictures to have them all have that same kind of look. Okay, yeah, how to save it. Okay, no problem. We'll make sure that you guys have that. So as far as as in tomorrow, I'll make sure you guys have that. But as far as the challenge for this next week goes, it's going to be reels again. It has to be. You guys that turned them in, they were so good, and they were missing a call to action. That was it. Whenever I watched them, I was like, oh, why did they not have it? Some of you were missing that call to action. So I want you to go back, and I want you to watch some more, get some ideas, and then recreate them, make them your own. I'm not going to be as specific on, I do want to see a product or business one. I do. If you send me 2 product and business ones, cool. If you send me a product and business and a personality one, awesome. But I do want a product or business, because we've got to start putting those out there. Okay, let me see if I can share with you guys. Maybe. We'll see. I didn't even ask if I could do this, but When y'all send me stuff, no, I'm just kidding. I was about to say, when y'all send me stuff, I can share, right? Let's see. Okay. Okay. Yes, you may. All right, I'm trying to figure out how to share my screen so you guys can see it and make sure nothing else is pulled up at the same time. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Can y'all see Ray? This is her opportunity one that I want y'all to see.
Just say when. Just say, seriously? Are you serious? Okay, this is impossible. I'm starting over.
Okay, did y'all see the DM me join at the end? That's the one that she got somebody to message her join. That's the one. So simple, so sweet, so to the point. That's the one that somebody said join. Don't overthink it. Don't overcomplicate it, right? Very cool, right? I want you guys to have fun with this. Oh my gosh, Summer. No, I bet it did not bomb. You need to send it to me. I want you guys to have fun with this. I want you to think of what are your favorite parts of your company or your product. And then I want you to go and I want you to watch some. Even if it's watching some from other companies, hashtag whatever that company is. I guarantee it will pull up some reels. Hashtag whatever that company is and search through those reels and watch theirs. Find some that has a lot of views. Find some that has a lot of hearts and recreate them. Or find some that pull you in. Hashtag family fun. Hashtag cheer mom life. Hashtag whatever your hashtag that you're looking up. Tammy D said, you have the nicest face, right? But whatever hashtag you're looking up, find them and recreate them. Don't overthink it. Don't overcomplicate it. Ray will tell you herself, that's what she does. She recreates things that she finds to match her company or match her product. That's it. That's it. Use some hashtags. But what I'm looking for specifically is a call to action. I can guarantee you if you start doing these, you're going to see them pay off. And how many views have y'all got? For the ones who did do them this last week, how many views are y'all up to? This is why I'm telling you, start doing these. Yes, we still do lives, but start doing these because you're getting more views on your reels than you did on a live. Mary Jo Worldcomb, 500 plays. Were you getting 500 views on a live? Jennifer Bell, over 2,000. Jennifer Bell, your husband. Like y'all need to see her husband. See, I don't know how to pull all these people's up. But her husband is like, it was hilarious. Laughed out loud. Lisa, 907. Dawn can't find hers. Dawn, whenever you go to your profile, you'll click on the little play button at the top and it should pull up your reels. But let me see if I can find it. But I mean, these, like, I want you guys seeing that people are seeing views. People are enrolling. It's time to give it a try. Okay, so Dawn, these are the reels that it pulled up for me. Let me turn my volume down. So they're there. Jessica Chappelle, 2,700. Jessica, that is insane. I can guarantee you guys, whenever y'all start putting, y'all ignore that. Whenever y'all start putting call to actions on these, it's going to be the game changer. Stephanie J, 1,200 on one, 1,000 on the other. When y'all start putting call to actions on them, that's going to be whenever you're like, oh, now I see how people enroll off of reels. Now I see how people get conversations going off reels. Yeah, great work. Like, you don't even know. So as far as this next week goes, take your time, do some reels. You got a week. For some of you that have started doing them, you're like, I really think I can do a reel every day. Cool, do a reel every day. Send in your 2 best ones. Make sure they have a call to action on them. Another question that I've got is how often should you talk product or business on your reels? I say every 3 to 4. 3 of them just showing your life, showing things you love, showing what you're going through, showing an experience, showing whatever. and then throw in a product or a business. Why do we do that? Because it's kind of the same thing with statuses and stories. Statuses and stories. You show a few of your life and then you throw in a product or business. Also, I highly suggest, if y'all missed it at the beginning, taking on that way of posting where your statuses are opportunity and your stories are product. That is changing the game for a lot of people. Any questions at all? I know you guys still have some questions on Reels. We're bringing the training as in the next couple days. Instagram, we're bringing the training. I want you guys to see growth and get uncomfortable. And for some of you, Instagram and Reels is where that's going to happen at. But any questions at all, guys? I appreciate y'all getting on here. This is the 90-day challenge where we don't play it safe, where we don't stay in our comfort zones, where we expect growth and we push ourselves for growth, and where we show up even when we don't want to. Reels or Instagram, TikTok is its own platform. And I can guarantee Facebook is probably going to have something like a reel with it eventually. But Facebook was late for stories, like way late for stories. Instagram had stories for a long time before Facebook had stories, or it felt that way. In social media world, it felt that way. So it may be a little bit. Should we use videos or pictures for Reels? I think you could use either. You could do a screen record of your pictures and have music playing behind it, maybe a story popping up on top of it, just like we do with stories. I think you could use either. Their algorithm is making everyone irritated. Are you talking about the TikTok algorithm? Facebook algorithm is making a lot of people irritated right now. Is that what you're talking about? Facebook? Yeah, I just saw it. Yeah, Facebook algorithm it's shifting. It's changing. It's changing again. Jennifer, I'm not sure why a TikTok video would not post. I'm not sure. Like, it wouldn't post to your reel? I wonder if, I'm not sure. Go ahead. You're good.
It posted to my Instagram stories, right? But when you go to TikTok, there's no one seeing it. I finally got one follower. I had some friends to go just to check it out. Nothing, but it's there. I
wanted to say TikTok has been messed up today. I Googled it because everybody's followers and following were like completely disappeared and their drafts. And I looked it up and it said there's like a huge outage today. So that may be fixed and visible soon.
Maybe Instagram is like undercover taking out TikTok. I'm just kidding. I forget I'm being recorded sometimes. I'm just kidding. Okay, so Lisa asked, did we just email them? Yes, email them. If you have any problems emailing them, let me know. I know some of you asked about how to save them. We'll make sure that we get that step by step on Masters for you guys. But if you did not do a reel last week and you're like, oh man, I was hoping this was going to be a different kind of challenge, do them this week. We're not backing away from it. It's just, we're not going to miss this boat. I would be a horrible coach if I let you miss this boat, or if I let you become okay with being like, my reels were horrible, I'm not doing reels anymore. How many of us on our first couple of lives, we're like, lives are just not for me. I'm really bad at them. I say a lot, or I get distracted by the comments. So many of us, no good coach would be like, okay, just don't do lives. We can't do that with reels. It's just uncomfortable, and it's okay. Tammy said, a bit off topic, if we should only post once a day on Facebook and the only post are opportunity posts, okay, so there's different kinds of opportunity posts. There's lifestyle posts. There's actually talking about your business kind of opportunity posts. There's different kinds, and the lifestyle posts are way different. Like, it could be talking about how life was before you joined and why you joined. It could be talking about things that you're putting on your vision board. It could be an inspirational quote and kind of going off on a riff on that, but still leaning into how happy you are that you're dreaming again and having hope again. It could be how things are going right now. It could be how excited you are for your team. It could be team shout outs. It could be, there's just so many different types of opportunity posts that are not join my business. I don't like the join my business posts. I mean, I would probably do them twice a month. I don't like the just, hey, join my business. Hey, look at all these cool things about my business. I like the lifestyle. People join because of a feeling, right? So I hope that makes sense, Tammy, but let me know if it doesn't. Yeah, Jordan said not a fan of Instagram. I promise you, the only reason you're not a fan is because it's uncomfortable. I promise you that's it. Whenever you start getting a little more comfortable, most of you are going to like Instagram more than Facebook. I see it happen every single time. Oh, I love that. Jordan's putting on our vision board to be at our sister's weddings next July. That would be an awesome status. Nothing about your company, nothing about your product, but it's just showing people your vision and inviting people on your vision with you. Do y'all remember the training when I said, does your team know your vision? When you first get started in the business and you bring people in and you're like, oh my gosh, yes, we're going to get this bonus. We're going to go for this promotion. It's going to be so awesome. So maybe you get a promotion or maybe you get a bonus. And then you're like, my team disappeared after that. Well, did you keep sharing them your dream? Did you keep sharing with them your vision to invite them on that with you? Just like with potentials, share your vision. It's part of inviting people on the opportunity with you. All right, guys, I'm not going to waste any more of your time. Send those reels in. I know they're uncomfortable. I know for some of you, you're like, I'm not a fan. I wasn't a fan of lives. I wasn't a fan of stories. I wasn't a fan of Facebook. I wasn't a fan of messaging. Like all of us were not fans until we started doing them. And some of you are like, Kayla, I'm still not a fan. Cool. Well, then here we go into another arena. But I promise you it will cause growth and you'll be proud of yourself for doing it. I love you guys. I appreciate you more than you know. I'll see you tomorrow on Masters tomorrow morning, working on bringing in coaches and training for more strategies and techniques, specifically around Reels and Instagram right now. It will shift, but that's what we're going to focus on first. Jennifer, has anyone reused a reel and added a call to action? I know people have in their draft. Whenever I did that training, I know some people went into their drafts and added the call to action, but I would think that if you deleted the reel completely and redid it and added a call to action, I mean, hey, try it. Let's see how it works. It's not like this is, for some of you, this is really going to be a trial and error and seeing. I know there's some people right now figuring out their best times to post reels, figuring out their best times to post statuses, posts on Instagram. It really is. You got to give yourself grace as we figure out that routine and rhythm of what works best for your network. And for some of you, even building the network. Don't stop on Facebook. Don't stop with your daily tasks. The checklist, they're coming. The power hours are coming. I need to edit them to not match my company that I was with 3 years ago when these were made. So let me edit those to get them to you. But don't forget Facebook. Just start working on growing yourself. Yep. Come on, Masters. Let's go. Yes. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Have an awesome night. Bye, y'all.